Some big news today from Fiat Chrysler. The company says union employees are going to get up to $4,000 in their bonus checks this year. But the good news came with a warning of sinking profits for the automaker, and it's prompting them to roll out a new business plan aimed at keeping the company successful as we head into the future. Rod Maloney following this story for us tonight. It also means, Rod, some changes could be coming to some Metro Detroit plants.
That's right, Devin. Now, the $1 billion that they're talking about that they wanted to have on their balance sheet is actually going to go into rebuilding some of its plants, retooling plants. The Warren Truck Assembly plant here is going to be one of them. In fact, Sergio Marchionne said that this plant has long since passed its prime, and he needs to move the vehicle out of here, move it up the street, and that's exactly what he's going to do. They turn out about 80 Rams a day at Warren Truck Assembly. They've done so 24/7 for the past 5 years, and that's about to end. Though Chrysler did not say so specifically, we've learned that the Ram is picking up its Longhorn sheep and moving to the Sterling Heights Assembly Plant, a newer facility that now builds the Chrysler 200 small car. Chrysler will stop making the car over the next couple of years and even hinted at having some other company build it. At Sterling Heights Assembly, it's good news.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be different considering the fact this plant never had a truck before.
With the way the production of the 200 is going right now, it sounds like good news for us. More hours, probably more production for us, more hours, more work, more money. So we kind of like it.
So what will they build at Warren Assembly? Well, 2 Jeeps need a home, the Cherokee and the future Jeep Wagoneer, and one, if not both, could end up here. Needless to say, line workers are worried, but heartened by Marchionne's assurances he's not cutting workforce.
He said no jobs going to be lost. So we're going to bank on that. His word is bond, so we're going to hold him to that word.
Okay.
He's been fair all this time, so I guess he'll be fair in the future.
Some of us will go, some of us will stay. We'll have a decision to make.
I see. Is making the Cherokee and the Grand Wagoneer going to be okay by you?
Yeah. As long as we're getting the product, that's good.
Now, what he's talking about there is that this is not a zero-sum game. In other words, like everybody stays here and everybody at the other plant stays there. There's likely to be a lot of shuffling that goes on, and this may be a much smaller workforce if, in fact, they do just the Grand Wagoneer, which is going to be a much smaller volume vehicle. They won't need that many workers here. So we're going to have to watch and see how this rolls out in the weeks and months to come. Back to you.
Well, Rod, it's a major shift for Chrysler in the years to come, really, isn't it?
Well, yes, because Sergio Marchionne today kind of stunned everybody by saying he thinks oil prices are going to remain low into the immediate future. And so he says the company has to get out of the small car business. So the Chrysler 200 and also the Dodge Dart are no longer going to be part of the portfolio after a couple of years.
Which didn't take long at all. All right, Rod.